Good evening, friends. How do? How do you do? Here I am, at long last. Got some housekeeping to do, and then we are going to jump right into the long talked about leathers list. Got the coffee of the day, which is Cafe Verona, Starbucks. Dark roast. Quite nice. Scent of the day is this beauty. Coros Fresher. This stuff is freaking phenomenal. I mean, I read an article somewhere that said, and the perfumer is Pure Bourdon. This was put out in 93, I want to say. 93? Yeah, 93. I read an article that said this is what he wanted Koros to be, but the company pushed him to make the original more challenging, more animalic, more skanky. This one certainly has a Koros DNA, which is wonderful, but this one has a juicier pineapple in the middle, a little bit ambery in the base, citrusy, herbal. This is perfect for a spring day. Absolutely perfect. So, yeah, oh, and if anybody cares, there's the box. Box is in pristine condition. Kind of cool. Excuse my sniffles. Allergies are killing me. Yes, so that's my scent of the day. Get that out of the way. What are we doing? We are doing leathers. This list has taken me quite some time, and I've got 19 leathers sitting on my desk. We're going to breeze through some of them because some of them you just know. Some of them we might go on the computer and give some info about them. You're thinking probably that 19 is a ridiculous amount of leathers to put on a list of favorites or, best in collection kind of thing. But what I realized in this venture is that I've got a metric ton of leather fragrances, either leather forward or leather adjacent or leather in the note breakdown. Quite a few, like maybe quadruple what I have here, maybe more, maybe over 100 fragrances with some kind of leather character, if not leather forward. So getting it down to this 19, believe it or don't, I had to fight to keep some things on and push some things off, which is where I wanted the list. I wanted the list to be like that 20th thing. I had to debate whether I wanted it on or not. And there's no particular order with these. This is going to be just a casual video. I'm going to try not to make it an hour long. But towards the end are going to be some of my more favorite ones. And this list could change at any point. Okay, let's start at the start. This one just made it on the list, and it just made it on the list because I love the dry down of this fragrance. This is Balenciaga's Portos. I love the dry down of this fragrance, but the opening is kind of old school, herbal, aromatic, like almost a little somber, almost a little I don't know, kind of a dreary opening, like a rainy day kind of an opening, but the dry down of this fragrance is just beautiful. Got the 200 mil. Yeah, I will literally never run out of this fragrance. Okay. Next one. One of the oldest fragrances on this list. Not the oldest, I don't think, but this is Canise 10. This is a beaut. It's oily. It's dry. It's got a little growl to it. Got a petrol vibe. It's It's beautiful. And there's a reason it's been around as long as it has. And I got this as a partial, but now that I'm looking at it, last time when I got it, it was up in the middle of the label. I'm wondering if this thing has a leak, or not a leak, but if it's evaporating. I don't know, but can he say 10? I'm interested in what the golden edition is like. If anybody has any insight on that one, let me know, because I'm interested in checking that one out. This one has to be on the list, doesn't it? It is that fragrance. It is Derby. Derby is a very classy affair. This is a very, I don't know, high society kind of a fragrance. Aromatic, serious, beautiful leather, Derby. This has taken me 5 years to get down that far. All right, what's next? Coffee is next. Hope you don't mind. This is not going to be any kind of a formal video. Hopefully I can start making these videos more regular. And I say that a lot, but I really do want to start making more regular content and just turn the camera on and not think too much about it. Week in review kind of stuff. Anything else like favorites of something anybody wants to see, just put it in the comment section. This one is a very specific, very cold weather, one spray fragrance, and this is Hyde. And I Hiram Green, and it's exactly what it says. It's a smoky, birchy, rawhide kind of a fragrance. It's thick and goopy. It's animalic. It's a one spray under your sweater in the dead cold of winter kind of a fragrance, but I like it. It's got a charm about it. I don't know. I don't think that would be everybody's cup of tea, but here's one that probably would be a lot of people's cup of tea. This just works. I really love this fragrance, and you can tell the dent I put in it. Of all the fragrances I have, you can see some of these dents, you know that I'm wearing it. This is Moschino Pour Homme, and this is the vice versa bottle. It is I've shown this before, but it's an atomizer on one side and a splash on the other. This is a really nice leather. A little on the sweet side, but it's like perfectly balanced. It like one of those fragrances like hard not to like. It's it borderlines mainstream. It's just a sexy fragrance, and it's still going for peanuts. So you want a good leather fragrance that just smells good. It's almost like a blue fragrance for leathers. That makes any kind of sense. I hate that saying, but there it is. Yeah, it's like the blue fragrance of leathers. It's just mass appealing. It's just hard to hate. Okay, what's next? What's next is from the house of Dior, and this is just a beauty. Just a beauty. Leatherude. Leatherude is, I don't need to say too much about Leatherude. It's, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, am I crazy? Did it, see, it's not here. Okay, this came out in 2010. Civet leather, balsam tree wood, beeswax, which it does have a healthy dose of beeswax, really nice. Birch, cardamom, labdanum, oud, amber, clove, sandalwood, cedar, patchouli, and vetiver. The one thing that I get that's not here, I don't know where I read it or heard it, or it's stuck in my head. This has a sand accord. Am I crazy? Is that on the website maybe, or the Grantica? As I'm doing Parfumo here, but every time I smell this, I get the impression of sand. How do you describe sand? I don't know, but when I smell this, I think of sand. But the beeswax and the patchouli, the labdanum, Leatherude's just a beauty. Yeah, it's got to be on the list. You can't be without Leatherude. All right, moving on down the line. This I have both the modern and the vintage. I decided to break out the vintage. I fall on both sides of the argument of modern versus vintage. In some cases, you want to go after the vintage, but in this case, Hermes takes care of their fragrances. This is Bel Ami, and I think you served well by getting either. I mean, the collector in me wants this one, and yeah, this one has a little bit more smoke, a little bit more heft in the base. Maybe the modern, and maybe the modern's a little fresher up top, a little more citric up top. But either way, it's a winner. Bel Ami is just a winner any which way you slice it. Okay, what's next? What's next is, some of you may be familiar with this, maybe because I've mentioned it, or Rich, or Ramsey. But if you don't know, you don't know. But this house, Jean Couturer, this is 12 by Jean Couturer. This is a nice leather. It's way under the radar, can be had for easy money. Let's pull it up here. Hope you don't mind me using the computer. Okay, I want to say this is put out in 80, 81, 81. Yeah, it doesn't have too much in the way of notes. Leathery fougere. It's earthy. It's animalic. The dry down is a little ambery. It gets a little creamy in the dry down. You get a chance, and I have the aftershave of this, and I have the bar soap, and one of these days I want to get the shave foam. Don't be shy to go after it. The aftershave of this is even cheaper. Don't be shy to go after that. This is a really nice leather. Jean Couturer's 12. I have Monsieur Couturer around here somewhere too. I don't know what I did with it, but that's also a good fragrance to look into. Jean Couturer's Monsieur. Okay, what's next? Let's see. This lovely fragrance is next. This is Mona Diorio's Queer. And I can never see, Mona Diorio's Queer. It's a beauty of a fragrance. This is, I'd love to know what the original release of this in a square bottle smells like. Although this is phenomenal. If there's even a slightest margin of it being better than this, I'm sure it's mind-blowing. This was done by the late Mona Diorio, put out in 2010. Very simple. Leather, absinthe, Apopanax, cardamom, castoreum, and cade. Cade juniper. I wonder what the cade, or is it juniper? Is cade juniper a thing? Everybody knows the difference. Put it in the comment section. Teach me something. Yeah, this is a beauty. This is this borderlines This borderline's challenging, but it's addictive. Really is addictive. Queer by Mona Diorio. One of the better ones in my collection, honestly. Okay, what's next? We're moving right along. Some of these I don't have to say much about, like this one. This is Lone Star Memories. Lone Star Memories? Yes, Lone Star Memories by Andy Tower. I don't know what needs to be said about this one. It's a quintessential cowboy leather. It's a beauty. Just a beauty. Put out in 2006. Clary Sage, Carrot Seed. Carrot Seed seems to be a note that I've been gravitating towards this last this last 6 months or so. It seems to be popping up in different fragrances. Green Geranium. Why green? I don't understand that. Leather, Cistus, Jasmine, Vetiver, Myrrh, Sandalwood, and Tonka Bean. Just a beauty. It's stripped back, purely leather, no nonsense. It's this is again kind of in that realm of Hiram Green. 1, 2 sprays, 3 if you're feeling daring on a cold day. Well, I don't know. I don't think it has to be cold. I could wear this any day of the week. This is maybe not in the high heat, but Andy Towers, Lone Star Memories, just a beauty. Really, it's a masterpiece. I think it's maybe his opus. I have Au Coeur du Desert, which is phenomenal, and I wouldn't mind one day smelling Lonesome Rider, but that's a ghost, a true ghost. Here's one that needs no introduction or explanation. This is from the House of Chanel, and this is Antas. What do I need to say about Antas? I'm not going to read you the notes. They've been read 1,000 times. This is a brilliant fragrance. The vintage, the modern, the cologne sport I have. I'm sure the aftershave of this is brilliant too. It's just phenomenal. It's a classic and a must-have, and for a reason. Antas Pour Homme is just. I grow to love it every year that goes by. I think when I first got this a number of years back, I don't think I fully appreciated how good it is, but I do now, and that is good stuff. All right, this holds some sentimental value for me, and it's one of the few fragrances, maybe one of 3 fragrances, that no matter when I wear it, where I wear it, how I wear it, how much of it I wear, I always get a comment or a compliment on it. And this is Ombre Leather 16. It's fantastic. It's addictive. It's so nice, so nice. Let's read the notes of this beauty. Put out obviously in the year of 16. Let's see. Black leather, cardamom, violet leaf, yes. Patchouli, yes. Jasmine sandalwood, and moss. It has a bit of a fruitiness to it. Maybe the fruitiness is coming from the cardamom violet leaf combo. Not quite raspberry, but could be convinced it's berries of some sort. Ombre Leather 16. It's just a killer date night fragrance. Here is a massively underrated and underappreciated leather fragrance. Never gets talked enough about, in my opinion. It's a personal favorite. This is Rhinoceros by Zoologist. This is the first coming of this fragrance. I want to say 2014. Let's look it up. 2014. Did I Pretty sure I'm right. Yes, 2014. I think there's a second iteration put out a couple of years later. But this one's brilliant. Coniferous woods, elemi resins, mugwort, rum, sage, bergamot, lavender, immortelle. I mean, as soon as you take the cap off, it just hits you in the face. Immortelle, oud, pine, tobacco, Chinese cedar, really dry cedar, geranium, leather, smoke, vetiver, amber, musk, sandalwood. One thing it doesn't say, and I guess maybe it's the rum and the mugwort, maybe the immortelle and the pine, tobacco get together and just make this. What I can't get away from thinking is the smell of whiskey. It's like a whiskey drenched leather fragrance, and maybe one of the most potent fragrances in my collection. This is again one of my favorites, and completely looked over when people talk about leathers. I think it's phenomenal. Okay, from the underappreciated to the unheard of, this is from the house of, I want to say the house of Elia, 1776 cologne. And got turned on to this by one of my subscribers quite a while back, and wow, this was a excellent pickup. It's a Russian leather through and through. It's amazing, and it's got every last molecule of its top notes. And this is I've dated this particular release to the early to mid 70s. This has been around for quite some time, and if I'm not mistaken, it's still in production, or if it's not still in production, it's very recently discontinued. This has been around for quite some time. 1776. It says The Aristocrat of Perfume and Cologne by Elia. This stuff, it's nearly a perfect Russian leather. It just smells like what a Russian leather jacket or boots would smell like, with that oil that, that's, yeah, it's just the smoke just rises up from the base. Can't say enough about this one. If you ever get a chance, Elia. And I've heard good things about the modern renditions of this. You don't have to go too vintage in order to get a good representation of this one. So that had to be on the list. I really got a soft spot for that one. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting down to the end. Okay. This one I picked up last year, and I'm in love with it. And this is Christopher Sheldrake, and this is Rock. This stuff is freaking amazing. I don't care what anybody says. This stuff won me over the second I put my nose on it. Yeah. 2023. I got it last year, but it's 2023. I guess maybe early last year, or maybe late the year before. It's just so addictive. It's sweet acacia absolute, violet leaf, black currant bud, narcissus, osmanthus, myrrh, mushroom. Kind of got that weird funkiness from mushroom. Leather, pine tar, and it says amber rum. But I don't get anything chemical. I don't get any kind of, amber woods in the base, the big bad amber woods, even though it says amber rum here. Christopher Sheldrake did something here. This is well blended, unique materials, just a beauty. I love it. Absolutely love it. Rock. From that to this. This is the 2024 edition of Paddock by Hermes. And this one absolutely had to be on the list. This one I just got recently and just knocked out by it. Just absolutely knocked out by it. Let's take a look. Yeah, pretty simple. Amber, carrot seed, what I was talking about earlier, and hay. There's some other stuff going on in here. And one thing that I get, and I've mentioned it a few times, but seem to be the only one. This seems to have what I can only describe as a maple syrup type of a feeling, a vibe. It's, yeah, maple syrup. It's the only way I can describe it. I don't know where that's coming from, what makes that up. It's hay, carrot seed, amber, touch of sweetness, just a touch. Christine Nagel, she did something here. This is a freaking amazing fragrance. I had just got that, and I put a heck of a dent in it for just getting it. Paddock is just amazing. I think we are down to the end, and I saved this one. I wrestle with myself, but I always end up coming up with the same answer of what's the best leather fragrance in my collection, or what's the best leather of all time. And it may very well be this one. This is from Santa Maria Novella, and this is Potispa. And I don't know what to say other than I think it may very well be the greatest leather ever produced. And this is officially the oldest fragrance, the oldest leather in my collection. Let's see, 1901. It's been around for a while. Calabrian bergamot, jasmine, hawthorn, violet leaf, and birchwood. Kind of simple, but damn it, is it good. From top to bottom, side to side, opening to dry down. This is the bee's knees. Santa Maria Novella, and I heard the modern is just as beautiful. Yeah, there it is. That, my friends, is my list of favorite leathers in my collection. Some of this could change tomorrow. Some of this may stay the same. There it is. If you have any other favorites or best ofs in the collections that you want to see, put it in the comment section. Always enjoy the interaction in the comment section. If there's anything you can teach me about any of this stuff, any new directions, like I said, always looking for new things to get into. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be back soon. Y'all have a great night. Stay grateful. Peace.